All right. So we're back with session 3. And we're going to start with our phonics like we do every time with our syllables. And the last 2 times we were tapping them out right in the beginning. That's what we were doing? Yeah? Okay. Because sometimes I notice when you're reading, the long words seem to look overwhelming to you. But if we can identify the syllables and we can identify the beginnings and the middle and the endings of the words, it will be easier when you come across them in passages. Okay, so we're going to take about 30 minutes to do this section. We're going to do something with this cool white chalkboard in a little pouch in a few minutes. So what I want you to do here, what, the dogs?
Yeah.
Push them off you. What we're going to do first is, let me get some pencil out. Here you go. I want you to pick, well, write your name on it first.
Okay.
Which doesn't work. Okay. I want you to pick 5 cards from here.
Okay.
And 5 cards from here.
Okay.
And these are the initial syllables, so I want you to write them up here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So now, move this up. Keep them in separate piles. I want you to write the initial syllables up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final syllables in this box. And then we're going to make words out of them. So fix, calm, or here. You're right, left to right. You're right, you're right. Do you need another pencil?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. This one's broken.
Okay. I got a selection. Do you use pens in your grade yet, or no?
No. But I just have them anyways.
I was curious.
This pencil's cute.
That's my fall pencil. Okay, now I want you to use this kind of word bank. Give me those cards first, please. I know. They're all tiny, teeny tiny. And I want you to make words out of these. So like fix, which ending would work?
I don't know.
Fix.
Fixing.
Yeah. So I want you to try to make words out of the word box. Even if they're nonsense words, I just want you to try to see what would make the most sense. Or as many words as you can. You're not going to be able to fill up this whole list.
Container.
Okay. I got 2 ones you can make with re.
What does it say?
Tract.
Oh.
tap, 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 tap. He's excited. Keep going. Okay, what side? Come on. Do you see any other words that you can make?
No.
Okay. Let's do it again. Pick 5 from here and 5 from here. We're going to do it in the middle row. Okay, so beginning initial syllables and the ending syllables. And I want you to try to look and make as many words as you can.
Okay.
Good job.
I like this one.
Okay. Got a cat on it. Definitely see a couple. This is tricky, this one.
Dusty, stop. Tickling me.
I see another one. That ends in kit or ket. Mm-hmm.
Market.
Mm-hmm. Dusty, you smell like burnt hair. Come here. There you go. You've got hair everywhere.
Do you have any snacks?
I have some Cheetos. Okay.
Jesus, that's a big bag.
Oh, what do you think this is? Party size. Dusty, get out. Okay, keep going. If you're done with those, I want you to grab 5 more for me.
Okay.
So Okay, 5 and 5.
Okay. Cat.
Whoa! Whoa!
Go free.
Come here. Come on. Where are you from? Go lay down. Come on. It's not done. Whatever.
We're just like, yeah.
Okay. Almost done. How much time we got? 13 minutes? Cool. We're halfway done with this section. These are good.
Catter.
Okay.
Enter. Enter.
Infer is a good one. I see another one. Look at the cards next to you instead of just on the sheet. And why don't you try to pull some of the cards together? Like this. Yeah. Try another one.
Purport.
Per something.
Perfect.
Mhm. Cool.
Done.
Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna go to this page. And we have those cards.
I know.
wrangle them up. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I want you to write your name. Here. Look at the word bank at the top to show you what type of syllable it is, whether it's a closed syllable, open, VCE, R-controlled, vowel pair, consonant, LE syllable, okay? I want you, if this says open syllable, I want you to look in this word bank and add one of these. And then R-controlled, I want you to look in this word bank and add one of these to make a word, and then write the word here. So check, match the, you know what I mean? Match the syllable bank and make some words. And then write the completed word. Yep.
Favor.
Okay. Keep going.
These are so
I know I have a party-sized bag, so we can eat them all and more.
Fatter. Dad called me a big fat man 2 days ago.
Why were you eating like a big fat man? That's funny.
I eat nonstop.
You're growing.
I'm just, oof, oof.
That's the age.
Oof, oof.
And you're very active, so I'm sure that adds to it.
Staker. Oh wait.
Jeez.
Land now.
You need help?
Yeah.
Okay. Vowel pair and close. So vowel pair, main, now, seed, maining, mainland, main, ming, nowing, now land, now min, seed, ig, seed, land, seed, min.
It's supposed to be in an order though.
Yep. There's one that works. Mainland works. Mainland. A lot of the time, mainland works because that means, you know, imagine a ship on the ocean and they're going to the mainland.
Oh, yeah.
Good. That's one word. You got it.
This one and this one. Miter. Wait. Ternite. Bornite. Gurnite. Vernmite. Termite.
I think you got one. Amazing. Keep going. You're almost halfway there.
open and whatever this is.
Consonant LE means that there's a consonant, so like G or P, and it ends in an LE. So like gull, pull.
Faggle. Faggle.
I see a really good one. Stay.
Stable.
Staple.
Yeah, stable. Do you have water?
I do.
Slay.
You have glasses because they're fancy.
It's cute.
Okay. Keep going. We're almost done. I'm practicing this in a low pressure environment. Is really good. That's why we do this every week, because this is kind of tricky. Doing it when you're not being graded and it's not, being held against you, to help you grow. I see one. Minnow.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
No.
A minnow is a type of fish they use for bait. Like if you go to a bait shop, I don't know if you've ever been to a bait shop.
Oh.
They have a big tank full of tiny little fish, and you scoop them up into like a cup or a cooler. You bring them with you on the boat to go fishing with, and then you just put the hook in their face and throw them in the water, and then they catch bigger fish.
Scary.
Fun.
Gurgle. It's a word.
Sure is. Whoa. Ignite.
Ignite.
It's like you're catching something on fire.
Oh. One more. Famine. Stamen. Pronoun. Pronoun.
Let me see.
I don't know.
With your hand so I can see what we're looking for. Open a vowel pair. Open vowel pair. Famine, fay now, facede. Stamen, stay now, stay seed. Promain, pro now, proceed.
Proceed. Smile for the picture. Just be like,
Come on. Okay. Okay. Good. We got 10 minutes left of this session. Section. No session.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to give you a different paper to work on, similar to what you're doing right here, but I think you got it. I like that you were able to look at the word bank there. That was really helpful. Okay.
I do not just stuff these in my mouth.
Okay, what I want you to do now is I'm going to give you something so cool. Highlighter.
Highlighter.
I might give you this first. I'm going to give you this first.
What that?
You'll see. Okay. I want you to read all these sentences one at a time. And I want you to circle all the 3-syllable words. 3-syllable.
What does
Words.
syllable mean?
Syllable. Gabby. 2. Amanda. 3. The different sounds you're hearing in the words. Okay, the different parts of the word. So I want you to circle, like look at one, read that sentence, and circle if it has a 3-syllable word.
What does that say?
What do you think it says?
Carnivorous.
Close. You're adding a ton of extra letters into it.
Carnivorous.
Yeah, carnivores.
Carnivorous.
Try that word again. Say the word. Carnivores.
Carnivorous.
Carnivores.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't expect you to get all of them right, the first time you're doing it, but we're practicing. Try the second one.
Herbivores.
Do you know what herbivores are?
No.
Carnivores are animals that only eat meat, and herbivores are animals that only eat plants. Like dinosaurs.
Ahua? What does that say?
Vertebra.
Conductor.
Yeah.
Conductor. Gardeners. Your dry erase markers being weird. Thunderstorm.
Good.
Read the sentence. Wait. Farmers. September. America. America. In the 18th
Wagon.
Wagon. Caravans.
Caravans. Whoa.
Caravans made the track across America.
Mm-hmm.
America.
Yep, but there's definitely one in there that's 3 syllables.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Caravans.
Caravans kind of in the 1800s. Wagon caravans made the trek across America. Kind of imagine a minivan today, but instead of a minivan, it's a wagon. So it's flat. It's got that. You've probably seen this in school. It's got that fabric kind of like U-shaped cover on it, like the roof, and the horses would pull it.
Oh,
it's
yeah, I know.
It's big, and you can put a bunch of stuff in it.
Like, you get people in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's in Once Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm. My house was built in that time period.
Where Prince Charming meets Snow White.
Yeah.
Remember.
Yep.
Okay. Carpenter.
Mm-mm. We have another one in number 3.
Another one in
Yeah.
number 3. Cornerstone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ugh, jeez. Thank you. It's the leaves falling down. Make me sneeze.
Carpenter. How many are in this one?
Read the sentence.
Frustrated. Frustrating. Homeowners. Homeowners.
Good.
So there's 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Different.
There's one before that. There's a couple. There's 4 and 5.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
1 more.
2 more. Start at the beginning.
This one.
Habitat. Yep.
And animals.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Slash.
Wonderful. Great job. Cool. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our next section of our lesson. You're doing really well. That's really great. I'm really happy. Yay. And we're done. Let's pack up. Imagine. We're close. Okay. So.
How many more hours?
We have 2 hours. Ugh. It's okay. We're moving on to something different, so it might get
Is
a
it
little
fun?
bit. It's going to be a lot more fun. So the last couple of times we've been doing reading fluency, where I've had you read this boring thing, and I record your voice, and we listen back to it, and it's so torturous, right? And terrible and boring.
Yeah.
Well, this time, I thought a lot about that over the week, so I made something a little different. So we're still gonna read. However, I'm only gonna let you read certain passages. So I'm gonna have you read from here to here, and then I'm going to read the rest. And then you're gonna read another 2 paragraphs, and then I'm going to read the rest. Okay? So I just want you to read this highlighted section. So I'm not gonna make you read the whole thing. Okay? But before you read it, I'm actually gonna let you read it in your head, or just try to look through the part I'm gonna make you read out loud before you start. And then when we're done with your first read, I'm going to record it. We're going to listen to it, and we have a checklist. So you're going to reflect on how well you read it out loud. instead of just reading it and being terrible and torture.
So I read it out loud?
Well, look over it in your head, because remember, the cold read is really hard. So I want you to just kind of look over it. And I also, Gab, want you to look through from here to there and highlight any of the words you don't know. And I'll tell you them when you're reading.
Okay.
Okay? So just kind of read it in your head. Highlight the words you don't know.
Okay.
Do you need help?
Got it. I'm like, what? Like, what is that word?
Antique.
What does that word say?
Etched.
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 Word.
Kind of like scratched. Yes, Norm, he does crazy stuff.
Okay, done.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so let me grab my little recorder out. Allow once. Let me delete these old ones. So we are going to, I'm going to have you read to the highlighted part, and then I'm going to read the rest. Okay? So whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It all started when Mom and I went into the old antique shop. And on the other side of town, Mom was looking for some new silverware for the kitchen. and I wandered off into the dusty back corner of the shop to see if they had any interesting books. That was when I found a jewelry box. It was the most beautiful jewelry box I had ever seen. It was made of smooth wood with leaves etched
Good.
into it, and the inside was lined with red velvet. When you opened it. It played a lovely song, and a little mermaid dressed in white spun around on the spring. I never asked for much, but I couldn't help but take the jewelry box to Mom and ask her if I could have it for an early birthday present. Mom was delighted to that I was finally taking an interest in the old things that I usually found boring. So she bought it for me in a heartbeat.
Good. What we didn't know was that the jewelry box was cursed. Duh, if you're buying it from a creepy antique shop. But that's besides the point, okay? On Monday, after we'd bought the box, everything went wrong. First, my alarm didn't go off, so I was late getting ready for school. Then the bus was early, so I missed it. Then a bird swooped at me when I was eating my lunch and stole my sandwich. Ew. It's horrible. On my way home from school, I dropped my school bag into a puddle and ruined all of my beautiful paintings I'd done in art class. I thought that I might just be having a bad day, but then more terrible things happened on Tuesday, like falling and skinning my knee playing softball. Wednesday was a bad day too, which ended up with me breaking a shelf in the kitchen cupboard and smashing all of Mom's special plates. Anna, Mom scolded. What has gotten into you lately? You're being so clumsy. You could spend the rest of the night in your room. I headed up to my room feeling sorry for myself. As soon as I saw the jewelry box, I realized that everything had gone wrong since I had bought it. I opened up the box and stared at the beautiful maiden as she spun around and around in front of the little mirror. I noticed that she wasn't actually beautiful at all. In fact, she had a terrible frown on her face that made her look almost ugly. Is this all your fault? I asked, feeling like an idiot for talking to a jewelry box. Just then, something happened that I could barely believe. A tear appeared on the little maiden's cheek right before my very eyes. I slammed the lid of the jewelry box shut and slid it under my bed deep into the shadows. However, that didn't help. The next day was just as bad as the others, and I ended up bringing home a detention slip after accidentally breaking a window at school. Where are you starting? Why are you so sad? Where are you starting? Okay.
Yeah.
I had no choice but to be up front. It's the jewelry box, Mom. I think it's cursed, I said. Mom placed her hands on her hips and replied, Now, really, Anna, don't be ridiculous. Please, Mom, I pleaded. We should take it back to the shop. They don't accept refunds, so that's not an option. You'll just have to clean up your act, she responded. I trudged upstairs and pulled the jewelry box out from under my bed. When I opened the lid, I noticed that now there wasn't just one tear, but there were 2 tears on the maiden's face.
Why are you so sad? I asked. I almost expected the maiden to reply, but she didn't. She just continued doing her dance. I almost almost accepted the maiden to reply, but she didn't. She just continued doing her dance. Wait, did I ever read that part? Oh.
No, you're good.
Wait, I did read that part. I'm confused. Wait.
Why are you so sad? I asked. I almost expected the maiden to reply, but she didn't. She just continued doing her dance around and around and around.
Then I realized it wouldn't I be miserable too if I were stuck inside a jewelry box, doomed to spin around forever. It was a long shot, but maybe if I rescued the maiden, the curse would be lifted. After Mom had gone to sleep, I snuck into her toolbox and found a pair of metal pliers. Using the pliers, I carefully removed the spring that the maiden sat on from the jewelry box. When I sat her on my windowsill. And left the window open a crack.
I might be going absolutely crazy, I whispered, but if it's freedom you want, then it's freedom you'll have. I had a peaceful sleep that night, uninterrupted by bad dreams I've been having lately. When I woke up, I wasn't surprised to find that the maiden was gone from my windowsill. I spent the next day waiting and worrying that my bad luck would return, that I'd break something else, fall in another puddle, or hurt myself again. I made it to the end of the day without anything going wrong, and for the first time in a while, Mom had nothing to scold me about at dinner. When I went upstairs, I opened the jewelry box again, unsure of what I might find. There was still an empty space where the maiden had once spun, but there was now a strange-looking crack in the mirror that hadn't been there before. When I looked at the crack more closely, I realized that it spelled out a single phrase. Thank you. That's creepy.
Yeah.
You know, Grandma likes to buy a lot of creepy stuff from the antique shop.
Yeah.
That always freaks me out.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
I don't either. How was that story?
Scary.
Well, it's going to be Halloween soon, so I figured I'd pick something a little bit more spooky but fun. Was this as annoying as the other stories, or it was better?
I kind of like this one.
Okay, I thought so. I could tell by the way you were reading it.
Wait, that is creepy. Look.
Can you imagine? So what we're going to do is the fluency checklist. So I'm going to play you your recording, and we're going to follow along with our finger with what you're reading, just this first part. And then when we're done with that, we're going to fill out this checklist together. So we're going to do this together, and then you're going to write your goal for next time. And then we'll move on to the next section of the lesson. Okay? Cool? Okay. Let's listen to your little cute little voice. And your voice does sound very high-pitched on the recording for some reason. You don't sound like this. Yeah, you don't sound like this in real life. But I want you to follow along with your finger where your little voice is talking. Okay? What?
Do I have to read the whole page?
No.
Just here to here?
Yeah, we're just going to listen to... I only recorded from here to here, this part. So we're just going to listen to you reading it.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about how you felt like you did.
Okay. Started when Mom and I went into the old antique shop. And on the other side of town, Mom was looking for some new silverware for the kitchen. and I wandered off into the dusty back corner of the shop to see if they had any interesting books. That was when I found a jewelry box. It was the most beautiful jewelry box I had ever seen. It was made of smooth wood with leaves etched into it, and the inside was lined with red velvet. When you opened it. The lid it played. The lid it played a lovely song, and a little mermaid dressed in white spun around on the spring. I never asked for much, but I couldn't help but take the jewelry box to Mom and ask her if I could have it for an early birthday present. Mom was delighted to that I was finally taking an interesting interest in the old things that I usually found boring. So she bought it for me in a heartbeat.
Cool. What do you notice about that recording? Do you notice anything that stands out to you? Because I do.
I don't know.
You read that a lot faster than you've read any other passage in any of our sessions. So you're starting to read a lot faster. Toward the end, you got bored. But in the beginning, did you see how fast that was? You were reading like really quickly. That's really great.
I was like,
that's really great. And that's, something that we're working on together. And I'm really proud to see that because the last 2 months we've been working together, we've been reading very slow. And now you're getting faster and faster. And the work is the same level. So you're just getting smarter and smarter every time I see you, which is great.
Can I have more Cheetos?
Yes, you can. But right now we're going to do this fluency checklist. So I want you to have your pencil. And we're going to check off the section. So this white box here says accuracy. I read each word correctly. I did not add or omit words, which means I didn't add more words and I didn't take words out because I didn't want to read them.
No.
So I need to keep working on this. I'm showing improvement or I did an excellent job. Good. The next one says rate. I read at a good rate, not too fast or too slow. I need to keep working. I'm showing improvement or I did an excellent job. Yeah, I would agree with that. You're showing a lot of improvement, which is great. Expression. I changed my voice to show feelings or to sound like a character. I need to keep working. I'm showing improvement or I did an excellent job. Good. And then, you know what this word says?
Punctuation.
Yeah. I stopped at periods, paused at commas, and expressed strong emotions and exclamation marks. Okay. My goals for next time. What do you want to do the next time we read like this together? What'd you say? What are you writing?
Read faster. That's all.
Read faster?
Yeah.
Okay. Your rate. That's your rate. That's great. And you are reading faster every session. So that's amazing. And you're able, you know what I notice about you too? you're able to sound out bigger words easier. And when we did, this time that I liked, that we did differently, was I gave you the passage first to kind of like skim through it and highlight the words. Because when you got to antique and etched, you read them no problem after we knew what they said. So that was good. I think we're going to do something similar next time. Cool?
How many more?
2 more sections.
And then we're done.
And then we're done. So we'll just write this. Rubric 5629. Okay. I will get more Cheetos in 1 second. Okay, let me just get set up with this. Our handy dandy story map. So the last couple of sessions I've been trying to incorporate more technology throughout the whole session, but I think we're just going to save it for the writing at the end. I'll tell you what we're doing for the writing. But first, our handy dandy story map. We know we're very familiar with that. What we're going to do is the same thing as last time. We're going to read a passage. I highlighted where I want you to read. We're going to fill out the story map, so the title, the author, the details, what's the conflict, the problem, what's the resolution, how they solve it, setting, characters. I guess we go this way. Setting, characters, and the theme and lesson. And I also want you to pull out specific quotes. We also, something we have not been utilizing, is there's kind of test questions here for me to ask you about comprehension. I think we're going to complete this time. These are all the questions. So we're going to do this at the end. So we're going to read, fill this out, take this test, then we're good. Before we read, we're going to look at these words. So this says empathy. Hold on. First one says empathy. It means sharing another's feelings. So a sentence to give you an example is the play didn't interest him as he could not feel empathy with the characters having such great wealth and high social status. Like he couldn't share the feelings of the characters. The next one was taunt, to make fun of or tease, right? The next one is tinker, like Tinkerbell, to make repairs or work on stuff. So she's tinkering with a broken clock, tinkering, working on it, okay? Just some of the words that may come up. I'm going to start reading. You're going to read, again, just the yellow parts. I'm not going to make you read as much as we did last time. Good. I'm just going to mark it on my page really fast, just so I'm aware of what you're doing. Okay. Cool. Boop, boop. I think we should read it once first and then work on this after. Okay? Here we go. Ow.
Am I reading? You reading?
I'm reading first. You're going to read suddenly, and then there's one more word on this page. And then I'm going to read this, and you're going to read this. And then I'm going to read this. And you're going to read this. I get him to stop. Your barking bowl. Almost done. After this one, we'll take a nice break before we get into writing. You can also set up those computer for the writing section.
You pull those out like, ooh.
I like these.
Me too.
Okay. So
I'm a teacher. Yeah.
That's what they do?
Yeah.
I ate chips in my classroom yesterday and they go, "You have chips, that's not fair." I was like, actually, it is fair because when you're at lunch, I have a meeting. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know what? Maybe we will fill this out online. How are you feeling so far?
Good.
It's fine, right? It's not as crazy as I thought. The problem I ate way too many of these. We'll just set up this Chromebook. Verification code. Yes, it's me. So good. Miley and Stella are always like, I want to eat some worms. Mm-hmm. Good teachers probably think I'm feeding them real worms. I want to eat worms.
I don't like the plain ones. I only like these ones. The plain ones are disgusting. I know, I'm probably so weird for this, but you need to try it.
It's fine. It's just a weird texture. Okay. I have the story map open. So we can kind of fill this out online. Oh, so it'd be a little more fun. Okay. This is called The Mouse That Scored by Jane Malloy. Don't fill out the story map until we're done with the first read. Reuben sat on the bench during gym class, daydreaming. As his classmates hustled up and down the basketball court, he was imagining a different game one in which a squad of colorful bricks whirled and sidestepped and dumped. What? Okay. I need to start over. I'm confused.
Go ahead.
Reuben sat on the bench during gym class daydreaming. Okay. That's why. As his classmates hustled up and down the basketball court, he was imagining a different game one in which a squad of colorful bricks whirled and sidestepped and dunked. At the center of this spinning circle, he could see a giant basketball made out of Lego bricks. Reuben had this dream all the time. A few weeks earlier, he had built exactly that kind of huge Lego basketball. It was for a citywide art contest that everyone was excited about. The prize was a $100 check for the student artist and a visit to the winner's school by the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. Since he had submitted his entry, Reuben kept dreaming about his creation, imagining it would show his classmates how good he was at something. So even though student sneakers made lots of loud squeaks across the floor, Reuben was caught up in his basketball ballet, envisioning the bricks moving closer and closer and closer.
Suddenly, a
Piercing.
piercing whistle cut through his
Days.
Allowed by an
Urgent
shout from the gym teacher, Reuben. Startled, he jumped to his feet and responded, "Yes, Mr.
Henry's.
Yes, Miss Henry's. Where is the attention, young man? I had to call you 3 times. Now go take
Lamar's.
Please."
Who, Reuben? He's too busy building Lego contraptions in his head, Kiana yelled as their classmates laughed. Of course Kiana was right. What made it worse was that Reuben was the tallest boy in his class, and his combination of his height, long arms, and weary fingers screamed basketball player. Based on his physical appearance, Reuben was expected to not just be good at basketball, he was expected to be great. But he was neither. Chasing and shooting balls was not his thing. He loved to tinker, to build and design and draw things. Once he even made a humane mousetrap out of wire, springs, and cups he'd collected.
Why are you worried about mice? His mother complained. They ate our rice and are totally useless. But did you know, Mom, that mice sing to communicate and feel empathy for other mice, and that some crazy seems to other parts of the environment, which helps things grow. Ugh, his mom said. Ugh. Then frowned and replied, "Even so, mice are no use to no one."
Mice matter too, Mom, Reuben retorted. Back on the basketball court today, Reuben felt like an oversized mouse himself, trapped in his wiry body and just about as I had to read that again. Back on the basketball court today, Reuben felt like an oversized mouse himself, trapped in his wiry body and just about useless in the eyes of his peers. He knew he mattered, but he couldn't prove it in gym class. Now Miss Henry's wanted him on the court, so Reuben took Lamar's place. Soon he was caught in a flurry of arms, elbows, and more screeching sneakers sliding across the gym floor. "Shoot, Reuben, shoot!" he heard Lashika yell, "and hurry up!" Reuben tossed the ball toward the net, praying it would go in. Would it? Could it? Nope. It barely reached the backboard and bounced away. "Nice shot, Shaq," Lamar taunted from the bench. Reuben shook his head. Then Miss Henry's blew her whistle, and gym class was over. He ran off the court, relieved to be done today with gym and basketball.
For the rest of the day, however, Reuben couldn't shake his sadness. Why didn't people see his Usefulness. The basketball court wasn't the only place that counted, was it? As the clock ticked toward 3 p.m., Reuben was counting the minutes till he could tear out of school. But just before dismissing, an announcement came over the classroom loudspeaker. "Good afternoon, students," said Mr. Green. "The principal, I have wonderful news. The citywide art contest has made its choice, and the winner is one of our students."
The class began buzzing. Who would it be? "I'm delighted to tell you that our 5th grade artist, Reuben King, and his remarkable Lego basketball have won the contest," Mr. Green continued. "Congratulations, Reuben. Thanks to you, the Globetrotters will be coming to our school next month." Reuben's classmates cheered, and Kiana, of all people, leaned over his desk to offer him a high five. And from the way back of the room, he heard a voice call, oh, I'm reading your part. Go ahead.
And from the very back of the room, he heard a voice call, "Hey, dude, looks like you finally found a way to win." Reuben turned around and saw Lammer holding up a first and giving him a distant
Pound, like this.
"Finally, this mouse matters," Reuben thought. Finally, this mouse
matters, Reuben thought. Finally, this mouse scored. I guess he thinks he's a mouse. Okay. So the title of that is called "The Mouse That Scored." Now, I want you to go on here, and I want you to fill this out.
Okay.
So title and author. I want you to know if you know how to find that in the story. And I want you to write it. Ugh. And then we're going to go over to the pink box for the setting. Put the computer toward you.
Ugh.
Go ahead. Where's my pen? There it is.
Wait, what happens if they are mouses? That'd be weird.
That would be very weird. But from the story, what did that mean? At the end, the last sentence said, "Finally, this mouse matters. Finally, this mouse scored." What do you think he's talking about?
Himself.
Yeah.
He thinks he's like a mouse. Or he is. Like.
Finally, this mouse mattered. Finally, this mouse scores. We're going to talk about that as you get deeper into the story map.
Okay.
What'd you write?
I wrote "The Mouse That Scored" by Jane Malloy.
Okay.
Malloy.
The next part, the arrow goes to pink. It says setting. Where and when does the story take place? What do you think? Think about what we read.
School, or the basketball court. Basketball court.
Okay.
What else?
I don't know. What do you think?
School.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
The zoo? The carnival?
School.
Okay. Okay. The next arrow is pointing to characters. Who are the important people or animals in the story? There really wasn't any animals. He talked about feeling like a mouse, but there really weren't any animals. So I want you to look through here. You have your highlighter, you have your pencils, you have your stuff, and just kind of circle the names that you see, and then I want you to write them.
Ruben. Okay. I think I'm done.
There's more. Who do you have? Read to me who you have.
I have Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
I have Kina.
Kiana.
Kiana.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
Mrs. Henris.
Okay.
Henris, whatever. And Lamorous.
Lamar.
Lamar.
I do want to say there's another characters, and you might not know this, so I'm going to give it to you. Remember who he said was going to get to come to the school if he won that Lego art contest? The something Globetrotters? The Harlem Globetrotters. I would add that too. That's or the Globetrotters. I would highlight Globetrotters. That's a basketball kind of team. That's another character. Okay. Write down.
Done. All I have to do is write it and then.
Yep, write it.
Okay.
See, the highlighter works good. That's a new addition to this session. That's a good idea, I think.
Ruben. Mom.
What is the arrow pointing to next?
Key detail.
Key details. What are the most important events that happened in the story? I just kind of want you to write in that box what happened. What happened in the story?
They were playing basketball.
Right. Yeah.
They were playing basketball.
And then
They I need help.
so they were playing basketball, and what was Ruben doing?
Nobody knows.
He was daydreaming.
Oh yeah.
And then, well, don't write it yet, right? And then what happened? He was asked to play basketball. Was he really good?
Yeah.
Or really bad?
Really bad.
Mm-hmm. And then the kids made fun of him. And then he was feeling really sorry for himself. And then the principal announced that he won the art contest, and now the Globetrotters are coming to school, and the kids give him a high five at the end. That's kind of stuff I want you to write under key details. They were playing basketball. Ruben was really bad at it. Okay.
Oh yeah, Joey had a project yesterday.
Okay.
And he had to put pictures of like what his goals are and make like a 2-minute video.
Aww.
I just kept laughing at him because it was right next to him. I had to bring my pillow over there so I could laugh into my pillow and watch him.
He's cute. What did he say he wanted?
He wants to be rich, so he puts stacks of money. He wants to own a business.
Nice.
He wants to do computer science.
Love.
And he wants to soccer.
Okay.
Again. He put a family because he loves his family.
Okay.
And he put his dream car. He put a picture of A pluses because he wants to be good in school so he can go to college and do all that stuff.
Okay. Good. What a cutie. Are you done? Right, take your time. You got what time?
Period.
Period.
Period active. Okay. No, I just need to do this stuff.
What stuff?
This.
Okay. It says conflict. What was the problem? So before, well, tell me what the problem is in the story.
The problem is that he's daydreaming and he's really bad at basketball. So the kids make fun of him.
So the kids make fun of him, right? I want you to find a quote that shows the conflict, that shows the problem. The kids making fun of him. And highlight it, and then I want you to write it. That's what I want you to do. I want you to look for that part in the story.
Blah, blah, blah,
You can
blah,
locate.
blah.
I want you to, independently, by yourself, locate and copy a direct quote that supports the problem or solution. So find, I want you to do it all by yourself. I want you to look through the story and find, where does it say that the kids are mean to him because he's bad at basketball? I will give you a hint. It's on the second page.
See. I think I found it.
What did you find?
He's too busy building Lego contraptions in his head.
Well, is that the problem with the story?
Hannah yelled as their classmates yelled or laughed.
Could do that one.
Can I do it?
You totally can.
Okay, slide.
It's up to you.
I can never open this. Ugh. Finally.
So what quote are you highlighting?
He's too busy building Lego contraptions in his head. Hannah yelled as their classmates laughed.
Amazing. Well, not amazing that happened, but amazing that you found that quote. Good.
Highlighting it. Then writing it.
Before you write it on your page, on your story map, when you write a quote, you have to make sure it starts with quotation marks, quote, and ends with quotation marks. Otherwise,
did I have to do that for all of them?
no, because all of them you weren't pulling out quotes. So just make sure they start with this quotation mark and that they end with the quotation mark. Cool?
Slide.
All right.
it puts it here, but then it doesn't put it here.
Yeah, just ignore these quotes because we're just ignore that. But just make sure there's one in the beginning and one at the end.
Okay.
Good question. When you get older, you're gonna figure out how to do that. But right now. Period.
Slide. All done.
Okay. Now what does the next arrow say?
The next arrow says resolution.
Resolution. How is the problem solved at the end? Can you find a quote from the resolution?
He wins the Lego.
Find the quote that says that and highlight it.
It's in the end.
Yeah? It is in the end. Good.
Ruben's classmates cheered and Kiana, of all people, leaned over her desk to offer him a high five. Congratulations, Ruben. Wait, should I say congratulations, Ruben? Or Ruben's classmates cheered.
Here's my answer. I want you to look at your problem, your conflict, and look which sentence solves that problem. Which one is a better fit to have as your solution based on your problem? Which one do you think?
Congratulations, Ruben. Okay.
Up to you. But I think that's a good choice.
Congratulations, Ruben. Yeah. Fly. The next one is theme and lesson.
Okay. What does the author want you to learn from the story?
That I don't know. Never bully someone just because they're bad at something.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. I love it.
Or should I say, never judge someone by their cover?
Do you?
Never judge. How do you spell judge?
Judge.
Judge. Right. Judge someone. Period. Period active. Are we done?
In 1 second. Let me look over everything and make sure it looks good. Time. And cool, that's done.
Cool beans.
Yeah, you did really awesome.
Thanks.
Amazing. Really happy with that.
Never judge someone by their color.
Great.
Always judge someone by their personality.
That is very true. So you got to start being nicer to the boys at your school because you're not being very nice to them. So I hear.
Ugly.
That's not nice.
But it's the truth.
Can't tell them that.
And sometimes
Just be like, no, thank you. If they ask you on a date, no, thanks. Let me get a picture of this and this, slideshow this. I have to add pictures to all of our sessions. Okay. So that helps me do that. Where is this? Okay. Cool. Cool. Now, we have a moment. We are going to do something. Let me find this thing.
What are we gonna do?
I'm going to do something so fun.
Is it gonna be boring?
I hope not. We're almost done.
Are we gonna be reading?
No.
Okay, good.
So the next part of this, and this is our last part. We're just about done. We're gonna go back to your how to get kitties. I love kitties. This, right? Last time you wrote your story. Today we're gonna make it even better by adding more details and more dialogue. Dialogue are the quotation marks. You have some dialogue in here, but I want to make it more detailed because it's so short. That's all. We're just gonna go through and we're gonna add. Where could we fluff it up? That's called fluff. Fluff it up means you write something and it's not long enough, so now you need to add stuff to make it longer.
Yeah,
this is a good skill to have.
It's 2 paragraphs.
Yes, but this is a good skill to have in school. I even use it as a teacher, and I use it in college all the time. If I write something and the teacher says, oh, it needs to be 2 pages, and I write something and it's only 1 page or a page and a half, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to add any more to it because it's perfect. So then I just go back in and I fluff it up. I just add a little bit more detail to my paragraphs and it makes them longer, and then it's good.
Fluff it up.
It's called fluff it up. So we already know how to make a beginning, middle, and end. You're just going to make it stronger by expanding it with new details, and then at the end, we're going to go over our checklist like we do, just to see how we're doing. Okay? So what I want you to do is read through your story.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it out loud, or you want to read it?
Me.
Okay. You don't have to read it out
Actually,
loud. You could read it in your head. It's how to get kitties. How to get a kitty. I love kitties. It was a windy Monday morning, and I woke up and I went to go eat breakfast and watch cat videos. I love cats. And when I was watching my cat videos, I suddenly thought I really wanted a cat. So I went to the adoption center and I saw it. I saw the cat. I really, really wanted it. So I looked at the price and I saw this kitty was $124. Wow, that's a lot of money. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. I need to start saving up for this kitty, I said. So I started to get a job so I can get the kitty, and I make $15 an hour, and I work 8 hours a day, so that would be $120. And then I would need $4, so that means I can buy the kitty. Yay! I can buy the kitty. I can buy the kitty. Yay! I erased your yay. Just made it yay. I'm going to the adoption center. I got the kitty, and it's black and white. The kitty, it's a black and white kitty, and the kitty's name is Oreo. Cute. What can we add to it?
I don't know. It's perfect.
It's not perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Nope. We need to add to it. So how are we going to add to it? What could we do? There's your story. Here's this. Let's look at this first before we get to that. So it starts with, the beginning is, it was a windy Monday morning and I woke up to eat breakfast and watch cat videos. I watched cat videos and I suddenly thought I really want a cat. Right?
Yeah.
So then what, 3 sentences later you adopted a cat? I feel like we need more fluff like here. Because this tells you you wanted a cat and the kitty's expensive, so you need to start saving for a cat, right? This says you will have a job. Well, what happened in between the kitty's expensive? Now all of a sudden you have a job? How'd you get your job?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something we could totally add. We'll just put something, a paragraph in the middle here about how you got a job. So let's think about what we could write. Jod. I said Jod. I looked for a job, blah, blah, blah.
How do you spell could?
C-O-U-L-D.
C-O-U-L-D. Slide. I got a job and I could.
My notebook is so crazy. Jeez Louise. Okay. What are you thinking about? Can you talk out loud? Tell me what's happening. Oh, we were going to do this and we didn't. We got fast. I did so much.
I don't know what to say.
What do you have so far? Okay, what could we add there?
But
Before you write, you can even write in this white space here trying to figure it out. So right now you have, I want to add to the middle, beginning, middle, end. You have want a cat, too expensive, need a job, right? And at the end you end with make money, at a job, get the cat, right?
yeah,
So what should we add to the middle?
we should add to the middle like what their job is and like
Maybe like how you found the job?
yeah.
So wait, how I found a job, what the job is. How you went looking for the job, you should be like, okay, now I'm going to go look for a job here. They said no, here they said no, here they said no, here they said yes, but it was hours I didn't want to do, whatever.
Okay.
Just think about it. What kind of job would you do?
I would be a waitress.
Or even if that's not the case, we can talk about what job you think your character would like to have.
The character I like to have.
waitress is a good one. You said that.
Yeah, I like waitress.
Okay. So let's think about how we can add that to your
So,
story.
I'm gonna say she went. She went to a job interview.
Well, what job? She went to where? If you're a waitress, where do you go? To the what?
To the restaurant.
Yeah. Do you have a Chromebook at your school?
Yeah.
Do you keep it at school or you bring it home?
Keep it at school.
Is it the same size?
Yeah. But I have mine's touch screen and it has like a different case.
Okay.
It's like a clear case.
Mhm.
So pretty. Put stickers on it. That's my Chromebook till college.
Mm.
She went to her job interview. Please spell interview.
INTERVIEW. Interview. Mhm.
Okay. She went to her job interview.
Mhm. At where?
At
Restaurant's hard to spell too.
the got it.
Nice.
Because she wants to waitress.
Remember, we're trying to make it long. So do you think they should give her the job right away at that job?
No.
No.
Like, she has to get trained.
Or you could say she saw a mouse at the restaurant, decided that it was disgusting, and she doesn't want to work there. So she went to a different one. Or you could say she has to go through training. And it takes a long time before she could finally get the job. And she's still thinking about the cat. Remember, she wants that cat.
So she needs to get the job.
Yeah. The manager tells her no, and she goes, "Please, I just need money for a cat, please."
Please. I need my cat.
Please. What could we add to it? Keep going.
I died.
Come on, you're almost there. We're almost at the end. We have 20 minutes. It's going to go quick when you're typing.
Okay, now I'm really gonna die.
Come on, 20 minutes.
Okay. Waitress. But it takes forever to get training done.
Takes forever to get training done.
So she asks how long is training? question mark. And the guy that was and the guy that was going to train her, he said
Remember when you're doing quotes?
10 hours to train.
Okay. Remember when someone's saying something, you need quotes, right?
And he said, it takes 10 hours to train. Is that okay with you, ma'am? Okay. Done. Okay, it's more poofy, isn't it?
Well, don't write a million question marks because that's wrong. Just one. Okay, read it.
Well, I'm not done.
Okay, we'll read what you got.
Okay.
And we'll fix where we got it.
It was a windy Monday morning, and I woke up and I went to go eat breakfast and watch cat videos.
Yeah.
I love cats. And when I was watching my cat videos, I suddenly thought I really want a cat.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the adoption center and I saw the cat I really, really want it. So I looked at the price and I saw that this kitty was $124. Wow, that's a lot of money. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. I need to start saving up for this kitty, I said. She went for her job. She went to her job interview at the restaurant because she wants to be a waitress. But it takes forever to get training done. So she asked how long is training, and the guy that was going to train her, he said, it takes 10 hours to train. Is that okay with you? Question mark.
Okay. 10 hours is like 2 work days I'd probably make her go for before she can. Yeah. What was your girl gonna say? Is that okay with you? She gonna say yes, no, maybe so, No, I refuse to work here.
She
What is she going to say?
said, yes, I will do that.
Okay.
Exclamation point.
Nice. How does the next one end? Now read the next paragraph.
So I started to get a job so I can get the kitty.
Instead of that sentence, we know that you got the job. Instead of so I started to get a job so I can get the kitty, you can put so I started training at my job to get the kitty or something like that. You know what I mean? We have to just fix up a little bit because you added more fluff. I love adding fluff.
So I started to train. So So I started to train so I can get the kitty, and I make $15 an hour, and I work 8 hours a day. So that would be $120. Then I need $4, so that means that I can buy the kitty. And it is a black and white kitty, and the kitty's name is Oreo. Ta-da!
Okay, cool. Why is my computer popping up with some sort of weird thing? Cancel. Okay.
Are we almost done?
Yes, we are. We have 10 minutes. So in this next 10 minutes, what I want you to do, so the beginning is, I want a cat, too expensive, need a job. Middle. Now I found a job, and I find out what the job is. It's at a restaurant, right? The end, I make money at the job, and I get the cat. Cool?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Slide.
So, I'm going to fill out this checklist. Let's see. Yes. You're gonna fill it out, but I'm going to fill it out first like this. Did you reread your story? Yes. Does it make sense? Yes. The story has a clear beginning that describes the character's place and setting. Yeah. The story has a clear middle that describes the events. Yeah. The story has a clear end. Each sentence is a complete idea. I would say so. I used interesting and descriptive words in each sentence. I think so. You wrote a catchy title. Yeah. Each sentence begins with an uppercase letter. Can you check?
Yeah.
I is always capitalized. The computer does that for you. Each sentence ends with the correct punctuation.
Yeah.
You sure? What about your exciting sentences? Do they all have exclamation marks? Because the last time I read it, they did not all have it in all 3 paragraphs. Let's go through. See what you got.
Yeah.
Let's see. The names of people and important places are capitalized.
Yeah.
The names of people and places are capitalized. Look at your second paragraph.
Not gonna do it right now. Boom. Done.
Okay. Quotation marks are used to show when someone is talking.
Yep.
Do they have beginning quotations and end quotations?
Yes.
Okay. Each new paragraph is indented.
What does that mean?
Look at your first two. You see how they start in the first line right here? Has that little whoop. It's like in,
Yeah.
and the second one isn't.
Yeah.
I want you to click at the front of the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Click. And then you see that button? No. You see that button that points the arrow? Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that's called indented. Very good.
Okay.
I circled the words that I did not know how to spell. We didn't need that because we used the computer and it had spell check. So we didn't need to do that. I used writing resources to correct the spelling of words. Yeah, you used the computer. And my handwriting is clear and legible. I would say so because you
Used it on the computer.
used it on the computer. So I want you to write your name at the top, check it off, write your name, write the title of your story.
Okay. I got it, yep. Do I make sense? Yep. Yeah.
Good.
Boom.
Analysis at the end. Kind of like we did here, this is what I want you to do. I want you to break out your beginning, middle, and end. So beginning, what'd you do in the beginning, what'd you do in the middle, what'd you do in the end. I want you to kind of map that out for me. So when I'm reading through it, I remember. Otherwise, I get all confused. Cut down this for a second. Ugh.
Beginning, middle, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Can we get Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes.
Slay! Now I found a job.
Good job.
What does that say?
Slash what the job is.
Slash.
Look. Over here.
What?
Right here. You're writing it on the beginning.
Oopsie. Ending. You gotta put the ending down.
I love your fluff in your story. I'm looking at it right now. It's so cute.
Slay.
Okay, and your end.
How do you write that?
What? The at sign? Just write at. AT.
the pizza and then squeeze it. I did the
Good job.
spin.
That's pretty cool. The @ sign,
Yeah.
like email salad. Do you have an email at school?
No. Wait,
You have an email address for like signing in? So do you use Math Fact Lab or something like that? What, do you have anything for
I
math
do
that you
have an
sign in?
email, just in case if I don't have my my lanyard, because my badge is in my lanyard.
You need a lanyard to get into the building. What do you use a lanyard for?
You need your lanyard everywhere except for recess and gym.
For what? And you have to wear it around your neck all day?
Yeah.
Huh. And it's a necklace, like
Yeah, it's a necklace, but it clips off.
if someone yanks on it and chokes you?
Yeah.
So like, let me just show you. My lanyard. Like this.
Yeah.
It's got like one of these.
Yeah.
And it clips on.
It's exactly like that.
And you put it on.
But it's not like that. It just has like the badge and like your bathroom pass and like your ID.
It's so dirty. It's filthy.
Like your ID,
This is my
your
ID.
bathroom
This is like the worst
pass,
picture ever.
your,
If you like to get
your
another one.
computer thing. Your computer.
Does it have like a stretchy?
No.
Huh. I got a doorbell. Did I press? Do your teachers have a doorbell in their classroom?
No.
Oh, that's my like be quiet, stop talking when I'm talking. And I press it and it goes ding dong.
Dang
And the kids are like, oh my god. And I got a whistle. And I got the key to my classroom. And one of my students drew me a heart. So that was it.
Nice.
And it's got my
Yeah, so
Printer
sometimes
code.
I clip it on my jeans because that's preppy.
has like a clip, but then look, so many ice on it, it like comes off.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait,
like
it would
choke
be cool if you put it on your jeans, like I do. I put
Like-
it on my jeans
like
when I have
through
jeans.
here.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to wear
Yeah,
that
but you
in.
have to unclip it and then put it in. So.
No, I put it around my neck because we have different colored lanyards at our school. Blue means teachers. Red means guests, like parents that come in to help. Purple means substitute teachers. And yellow means like maintenance guys, like if somebody's coming in to help the janitors with something. So we have different lanyards so that the RPOs, the cops in our school, can see who's here for what. And if they don't have a lanyard, then we get all freaked out. We have 2 minutes, so sit down. Grab this.
What?
Sit down.
Okay.
What's your middle name?
Elizabeth.
Write your full name.
Okay.
Write it in script. Write it in script.
I don't know how to.
You never learned?
I know how to spell
Right?
like
Right.
Gabby in cursive. But
Did you guys, so my husband went to the same school as you growing up. And he never learned script either. Does your school teach script or no?
No.
Not at all.
not yet. Like older middle school.
Interesting.
I
We
think.
learned it at our school we teach it in 3rd grade. We teach it in 3rd grade. And it's interesting to me when kids don't know how to do it. It's intriguing. For sure.
Boom.
What the heck is that? This is how you'd write Gabby in script. Gabriella would look like this.
Yeah, my mom has it on her wrist.
Mm-hmm. In script.
Yeah. Like she loves me.
Elizabeth would look like this. I like a Z in script. It's like this. It's kind of like an M. Yeah, kind of. A little more rounded.
Like that?
Yeah.
And then G is like this. Wait, what? Wait, this doesn't make sense. Wait.
A capital G looks like that. You go up, around. I can't do it upside down.
Around.
No.
Up, around,
Like up, whoop, whoop. Kind of like a cat ear. Cat ear, down, over.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I have a G in my last name, so I gotta practice. All right, I'm gonna turn this off.